The prayers, 3 in the evening, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the morning, are not in the Quran. It looks like these have been added because we don't even hear about these 5 prayers until Al-Bukhari in the 9th century.
Dang, the
Well,
ninth,
where do you
though?
think Al-Bukhari was living? And where do you think he did all his work? There in Baghdad. Where do you think Zoroastrianism had its greatest input? They're up in that area, what
That
is
makes
today
sense.
Iraq.
You're not telling me that they took their prayer style from pagans? No, you're not telling me that they hijacked that. They tripping. This can't be true because my book, the original Quran, ain't got this. We ain't got this. We ain't got the pagan prayers. No, we don't. Nuh-uh. Shoot. Matter of fact, you better call me Ibn al-Nu'ah. Matter of fact, that's gonna be my new name. Ibn al-Nu'ah. Triune God believing Muslim. I got a ring to it.
Today's episode is going to focus on the connection between the Zoroastrian religion and the reshaping of early Islam. And with us here, of course, remotely to expand on this, our dear brother Mel. Mel, welcome back.
Shout out, Mel.
Well, it's great to be back. So today I'm going to be looking at the wider picture and looking at the various ways that Zoroastrianism has influenced the beginnings of Islam and really shaped it the way it is.
Yo, so just an FYI, what this series is a series dedicated to showing very similar traits between pagan religion and Islam. So this brother right here has done a lot of studying and is breaking down where that they get some comparisons and similarities. So showing that Islam is really just copying off some pagan beliefs and pagan religions. Islam likes to do that, it seems like. They like to copy from a lot of things and don't really know what they're copying from. But, the influence of Satan would do that. But with that being said, this video right here is solely a petty video that I wanted to bring. For all the people in my comments that keep saying that Christianity is a pagan belief. So now, I'm bringing this to you guys so you guys can digest this because I'm pretty sure y'all don't know about this and I'm pretty sure y'all run from this. But hey, here it is. Also, for you guys who want to watch the full series, because I'm not going to play the full series, I'm just going to play this one episode. Go to CIRA International, which is Alpha D's channel, and they break down the entirety of what they're talking about because they do a great job. So throwing that out there.
Today, I suppose the main context of this is that really a pure religion should not have these sort of influences in place. They should be rejecting any influences from a polytheistic religion, but they didn't seem to concern themselves with that in the first few centuries. So let's first of all start by considering where the Sunnah was written. So if we take a look at all of the places where the Sunnah, which is the Hadiths and so forth, they were all written in Zoroastrian land.
So the Hadiths were written in these lands of these pagans. If I'm not mistaken, Muhammad, wasn't he in the pagan land too, when he first started? So again, a lot of cultural influence is just plaguing Islam, which is okay. I'm not here to say, if it did or didn't, that's for them to say. I'm just here to ask questions and I'm here to learn with you guys. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to learn too, plus be petty by showing this video. But so obviously the influence is there. And again, I fully believe that this isn't beyond the realm of possibility because again, of all the things that Islam takes from anyway, when it comes to the infancy gospels, when it comes to Jewish mythos texts, again, when it talks about Abraham being put in the fire, nowhere in scripture does it say that, but in the mytho text it does. But yet you bring that to a Muslim and they'll just be like, Allah knows best.
So as you could expect, this would have shaped the way the stories were told, and the people would have at the very least been former Zoroastrians, and the whole culture would have remained predominantly Zoroastrian for many centuries. It took a long time. In fact, Zoroastrianism survived even to this day. So it would have obviously had a huge influence on early Islam. Now, we also could look at the times of prayer. So in the Quran, it refers to 4 prayer times, evening, morning, after.
You're not telling me that they took their prayer style from pagans? No, you're not telling me that they hijacked that. They tripping. This can't be true. I know there's gonna be. I just thought about something, y'all. I think it's true. I mean, I've said it before, but now I'm gonna let all y'all know. I'm actually a triune God believing Muslim. Believe it or not, original Quran only believing Muslim. I learned that from Sheikh God Logic, and they have a new and true belief coming out of believing in the original Quran. So that's where I'm at. But also, I'm a triune God believing Muslim. So I do believe in the truth and the true God, and also believe in the original Quran. But with that being said, there's so many people in the comments that ain't going to agree with that, who run away from the truth, and I don't know why. But I'm not hiding from the truth no more. I'm letting it be known. Triune God believing Muslim. We here. We here. I understand that because my book, the original Quran, ain't got this. We ain't got this. We ain't got the pagan prayers. No, we don't. Nuh-uh. Shoot. Matter of fact, you better call me Ibn al-Nu'ah. Matter of fact, that's gonna be my new name. Ibn al-Nu'ah. Triune God believing Muslim. It got a ring to it.
Afternoon and noon. But in Islamic practice, we have 5 prayer times. Now, it just so happens, maybe it's just a crazy coincidence, but the exact same prayer times are in Zoroastrianism exists in Islam. As you can see, they have different names, but they are the same times and 5 times during the day. The only minor difference is instead of a call to prayer, there's a bell rung in Zoroastrianism. Another similarity is the fact that Zoroastrians wash their head and their face and limbs before they go to pray.
Dang, so now y'all saying not only is the prayer times, but the things that you do before prayer. That's okay. But it can't be true though. No, it's not. Nuh-uh. Coming from me, Ibn al-Nu'ah. It ain't true.
So that's another.
Well, at least if you're original Quran only believing Muslim, a triune God believing Muslim, this ain't true.
Telltale sign. In terms of the prayers, well, the prayers have to be said in a certain language. So obviously it's Arabic in Islam, but in Zoroastrianism, they pray them in Avesta. And then there's the holiest spot. Well, the holiest spot in a mosque is the wall facing Mecca and is called the Qibla. In the Agori, the room where the Atash Padshah is enthroned, is also called the Qibla. Very similar.
It's like how Jesus prayed, huh? This type of prayer. This is what Jesus is. Why Jesus is Muslim, huh? This type of prayer. Yeah, but it miss me with that nonsense.
A Muslim will perform the sajda in front of the Qibla, and so also will the Zoroastrian perform the sajda before his Qibla. Both involve kneeling down and touching the forehead to the ground. So very similar indeed. And then there's a holy month in both cases.
Holy month.
In Islam, it's Ramadan. In Zoroastrianism, it's Bahman. And in that situation, they abstain from flesh. In both religions, there's a reference to the Chinvat Bridge, which is a mythical bridge that a person crosses to enter heaven.
Surat al-Mustaqim in the Quran, yeah.
Yo, that's the Bifrost, man. That's the Bifrost from Marvel. You know what I'm talking about? When Heimdall, excuse me, Rainbow Bridge called it out. That's what that is. See, I knew it. I knew when I called Allah Loki that, you know, he was from Asgard. I knew it because they got the Bifrost Bridge, man. See, all these things are starting to connect, man. And they call us pagans. That's crazy.
And demons guard the foot of the bridge and argue with the gods over the soul's fate and so forth. And of course, another big one is the fact that the jinn seems to have come from Zoroastrianism. Their Zoroastrian origin is given away by the fact that they're said to have been made of smokeless fire. Now, obviously, with the fire temples and so on, with Zoroastrianism, it's a big focus to their religion. There is obviously some dispute about the direct origin of it. Did it come from Aramaic? Did it come from Persian?
Who knows?
I would argue, considering all of the mythologies around the jinn found in Persia, I would think that the predominant influence comes directly from the Persians.
I think so too.
And the jinn, just to point out, are kind of like an ambiguous being. They are kind of both good and bad, but essentially they're demons. And so that's that. I'm going to hand it back to you.
Wonderful. I mean, again, it's fascinating, really, when you see stuff like this happening. It's very clear, Jay, that you cannot escape from the mere fact that a religion like Zoroastrianism, that it pre-existed before Islam, has many practices that it's obvious. It's been borrowed. It's been borrowed.
It's fascinating that because you're bringing up a lot of antecedents. When you look at the Quran, you can see that the Quran only has 3 prayers: the morning, noon, and night. Where do you get the other 2 prayers? We've always questioned this. Well, Mel, you seem to have come on it because that's so specific that you have 3 prayers at night in Zoroastrianism. I don't know of any other place that has 3 prayers at night, and you found it here. Great stuff, because that supports exactly what we've been asking. We've been doing a lot of series here in the studio and looking at the sources and looking at the antecedents. We've been asking this question. When you are trying to put a book together, you've got to borrow from many other sources. This case, you're talking not only the book itself, but you're talking about the practices. The prayers, 3 in the evening, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the morning, are not in the Quran. It looks like these have been added, because we don't even hear about these 5 prayers until al-Bukhari in the 9th century.
Dang,
Where do you think al-Bukhari was living? And where do you think he did all his work? There in Baghdad. Where do you think Zoroastrianism had its greatest input? There up in that area, what is today Iraq. Well done, Mel. Looks like you've really hit on to something on this point.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Mel. And next time, I think we are going to talk about the Burak, I believe.
Check out the next episode, y'all. So that was Alpha D, Mel, and Dr. J. Smith breaking down where some of Islam's prayer practices come from. That their practices may seem to come from a pagan belief. But yet again, people will swear up and down that Christianity is pagan, but yet we starting to see some real crazy similarities, and it's not too far beyond belief. Because we understand that Islam loves to steal from stuff. They like to steal from the infancy gospel. They like to steal from Jewish mytho texts, talking about Abraham getting thrown in the fire. They like to take from the Torah and the Injil, but yet think and that is corrupted. So, they very well could have taken these pagan practices. And it's, it is what it is. It is what it is. With that being said, man, this has been your boy Albert, the scripture plug, or your boy, the triune God believing Muslim, Ibn al-Na'ah. Catch y'all next time. I'm out.